since the regulation change in 2014 kicked in, we have managed to be the benchmark, and then obviously celebrating it here in Brixworth with all these people who have been massively responsible for our success, because the engine is at the core of the car, and then putting it all together with a brilliant chassis made us the triple world champion. It's very important to have these moments, because in such a fast-moving world, you need to be celebrating and looking back at your success. It's not that you're not being concentrated on the future, but equally tick the box, have days like this, have a drink, and enjoy being with all the people. Well, we have a change of regulations for next year, and equally it's important to tick the box of having won the championship, but looking into next year is of equal importance. With completely new chassis regulations, it's going to be even more difficult next year.
This is all the people that are powering us to all the victories we've had. These are also all the people that have powered me through all the victories I've had since 2007. So it's great to come here and celebrate with them, to be a part of this journey. I'm very, very proud, and this is a day for them. You know, when they put in all the hours that they do, the hard work and dedication. This is what we work for. Well, I mean, over those 10 years, we've just gone from strength to strength. So I believe we'll continue. We've got great foundation. The one great thing here is that this team is that we don't get ahead of ourselves, and we always just, keep our feet on the ground. And I think after this, everyone's just going to come back to earth and then start working on trying to do the same again. Everyone here loves the success that we've had, and I'm pretty certain every single person here wants the same thing next year. So we're going to work towards that. Well, I wouldn't say it's wide open, but there's still lots of points available. So we'll be pushing as hard as we can.
Yeah, special day today, of course, because I'm fortunate enough to drive this engine and car on the racetrack, and everybody here they are the people who have built it together. So it's great to come here and celebrate together, because the success is all of ours, of course, and it's incredible also to see. I mean, what a massive group of people there is here. Yeah, just to build these engines, it's unbelievable. Best engine in F1. So everybody here can be really, really proud, and I'm very proud to drive it as well. And good times. Oh, it's a great feeling, yeah, for sure. I mean, it makes the sport all the more enjoyable for me to go to the race weekend, knowing that I can be on pole and win the race. And thanks to the engine and thanks to the car. So it's really, really special. Yeah, Drivers' Championship is a good battle with Lewis, of course. It's going to be an exciting end to the season. But for me, it's really step by step, and just looking at Austin now, and I want to try and win that race.
Yeah, I think one of the things that always occurs to me is that these successes don't come overnight. It's been built up over many, many years. There are many people here, both at Brackley and Brixworth, who've been in the industry a long time, working very hard, putting in the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle that it takes to create a dominant team. And that's all come together, starting in 2014 and then continued 2015 and 2016. So unbelievable that we've achieved this level of success, this level of dominance. I don't think it's been seen before in the sport, but it didn't come by accident. It came by a huge investment of planning, willpower, determination, all those human ingredients, and above all, teamwork. It's a really terrific job. I think it's always important to celebrate. If you don't celebrate your successes in this industry, or indeed in any sport, then you never will. You've got to take that moment, perhaps just brief, before you move on to the next, but just take a moment to really appreciate what you've achieved, and I think that energizes you for the next stage, because you've got to go back and be even better if you want to keep winning. So that's the challenge we have to face for 2017. It'll be a bit of a reset on the rules, particularly on the chassis side, so a big challenge, and we take nothing for granted. Yeah, we find that easy, to be honest, because those of us that go racing and exploit the car and the power unit at the race event, we're well practiced at just taking it one step at a time. So we will approach these last four the same way we've approached the first 17. Just try to get the best job done in that particular weekend and see where we turn up. So Japan was a great example. There wasn't a big focus on winning the World Championship at that event. We just came into it, said let's do the very best we can, try and win the race, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, it's an amazing day. Ever since the early hours of Sunday morning here, when we secured the championship, it's one of those ecstatic moments for me and everybody here. And I'm incredibly lucky. I get to work with all these amazing people who do incredible work and huge dedication, lots of hours put in, and thinking about work at home as well as at work. So it's a great moment for everybody. We've had a few upsetting moments this year. We've had a few failures at the circuit in qualifying and during the race in Malaysia, and it's always a difficult time. Everybody puts a huge amount of dedication into the power unit. There's a lot of pride, and so people feel hurt and lost and not sure what we're going to do next. But that's where we just need to quickly get through that phase and then analyse the data, work out what went wrong, and have an open mind, and really do think of what could it be, what do we need to do to prevent that happening again. So it's an open mind, and it just increases the size of the jobs list. But having these issues, it actually helps us get stronger for the future. It's a difficult balance throughout the year, what to spend on the long term and what to spend on the short term. We have groups that are working on, 18 months, 2 years' time, and we've got people focusing on the next 4 races because we want 4 clean races so that Lewis and Nico can battle it out. But it's fair to say that the vast majority of our efforts are now going into the 2017 season and making sure that with just 4 power units and 21 races and a lot more full throttle time, thanks to the tyres and aero, that we're robust, but also the most powerful. That's our mission now. I think everybody's relieved and ecstatic and hugely proud of what they've achieved. Securing 3 championships in a row with new regulations at the start is an amazing achievement for everybody here. So they're just very, very proud.